Fellow designers and planners, I hope this challenges you to do something different. Designers, city planners, in government agencies, approval offices, those that we were in the same department, the same faculties together, that we were in the same hostels together, are now becoming heads of departments and directors in physical planning and other planning agencies. If it hasn't dawned on you, that government that we used to refer to in third person is now us. And what that means is right now, we no longer have excuse. If I am not mistaken, I should at least know 50 people who fall into this category, and especially those who still see demolition as a control measure for city planning. Let me ask you, how well is that going? Haven't you wondered, out of the many people whose houses have been demolished, how many people come back to the government or come back to the office to say, okay, let's get it right this time? Isn't it obvious already that something bigger is fundamentally wrong with how city planning or approval processes are set up? And if it's only 1 out of every 100 that comes to approval office, that should tell us that maybe the problem is not with the people, but with the system that makes people constantly want to bypass the system. It is time to stop planning the city without carrying the people who the city is meant for along. But the need to see approval, to see city planning as a business venture. And just how a business organization wouldn't do without marketing, that is the same way city planning cannot do without public enlightenment, public sensitization, education, and awareness. Many of us grew up with exposure to radio jingles, foreign organizations using our local media to disseminate and achieve their agenda. So how much more we that own the media that know the people? And even if this sounds like a tall order, this is already being done with the tax reform. If allowing people own land in small fractions sounds like a tall order, Abuja is already doing it. Allowing people own as low as 200, 150 square meter. How much more of Lagos with at least times 5 or times 6 of the population, with at least times 10 the population growth, and with at least times 10 the migration rate? It is evident now that the city has outgrown the 600 square meter per family or per person use. It is time for the city to step into the block configuration as the mega city that is. And this does not mean that we do away with the per plot configuration. And that is the beauty of city planning, is that we can balance these different land use configurations very well for the betterment and the use of the people, such that for those that need GRA, the city works for them, while for those that need the block configuration, the city also responds to them. The world has grown, and Lagos has grown beyond sticking to the colonial era city planning. It is time for we to adopt and adapt the city into a true 21st century city. And this starts from a more responsive city planning, one that responds to its people, to the citizens, and which also at the same time competes with other cities around the globe. I hope this challenges you to do something different. I hope this helps.